I bought both of these on AR-15.com Equipment Exchange for spare bolts. This is the Colt. I bought it this year. This is the FN. That's actually a F with a line under it, MPF. And I bought this maybe 3 years ago. It's got minimal wear. I think maybe it's like a takeoff. So I just wanted to compare these because I found them to be quite different. So other than the markings, and by the way, this has the white paint dab, which is like a proof mark of sorts. I noticed that while the FN bolt had nicer machining overall, this surface is quite rough. This isn't super smooth either right here. But overall, it's a little nicer. The FN bolt, the Colt bolt was actually, a lot of it was grabbing lint off a Q-tip and wiping it down. It came with the phosphate oil all over it. FN bolt also has, when they cut this bevel here, they cut into this radius. And it's got a little, like I don't know, it's called a pilot hole or whatever, but the hole is enlarged, leading into both sides of the ejector pin. The surface on the Colt bolt here on this band is smoother, but overall the whole thing's, well, it's about the same finish all over. So it's sometimes smoother, sometimes rougher. None of that cut in here. Again, smoother. FN is smoother on the flat here. Neither came with the O-ring, but the FN Extractor came with a 24 thousandths wire spring. The Colt came with that so-called copper color, or the copper washed 26 thousandths wire. I plan to run all my bolts, plan to switch them all over to this spring and an O-ring with no insert. And this was more difficult to install with just the spring, the thicker spring and the insert, than this thinner wire spring with, even though it's got both a O-ring and the insert, buffer insert. This has got the cage code laser engraved. it's a little rougher in the groove here. Although, well, I guess they're close. I think this is buffed compared to this FN. Looks like they really kind of buffed the whole thing after machining, just looking at all these edges. Probably also explains why this is a little bit rougher on the FN. And I believe, aside from being the latest and greatest extractor spring, I think the ejector spring is that all numeric part number that has like a dark gray finish. And it doesn't show up very well in this video, but this has more of a dark gray finish. This is a little lighter, especially when it was wet with oil. That's pretty smooth. Maybe ever so slightly rougher. Can't really decide which one I like better. So this is going to seal up nicer. And then this, just out of curiosity, it's not a gas sealing surface, but also larger in the Colt. The plan here was to do a comparison between this Colt bolt and this FN bolt that I bought for spares on AR-15.com. But at the end, as I went to pack it up in this baggie for my cleaning kit with some spare parts in it, my portable cleaning kit, found something interesting. Now, this thing was generally larger on dimensions than the FN bolt, which I thought was nice. It would seal up better with the bolt carrier, sit snugger. But check this out. This is a Colt cam pin. Does not really want to go in. It doesn't just drop in, not even close. And this is a Colt firing pin. And I cannot get this cam pin far enough in there to freely insert this firing pin. So I just bought this year, MPC, the little white dot. It's got the laser engraved cage coat on the back of the extractor. So it'll go in, you know, but it's binding. It's not in all the way. And I don't like it. I don't want to have to worry about this breaking in like that, you know? I want it to just drop in and just work. By comparison, drops right in, tiny little bit of wiggle, which I'm used to having. I'm not even saying it's good. It's what I'm accustomed to, you know, no problem. But the firing pin in there, still got a little bit of play. Everything fits nicely. This guy, it's tight. Too tight for my liking. You know, I'm almost having to bang this in there to draw the cam pin down.